Hi, I'm Terra Tate, Chief Marketing Officer at JLab. JLab, while we started in audio, headphones, earbuds, we have some new incredible products from office accessories, keyboards, gaming. As far as marketing yourselves, gosh, I know it's always changing. I think who you host probably can help bring some awareness to any of your podcasts. So, depending on the focus or the topic of the podcast, always lean into people that are already experts in that space and having them on and do a quick short clips of content. The most viewed content is typically like short clips
Mm.
that can be reposted and reshared. It's always nice to see the video along with the podcast. That's what grabs people on different socials. We've learned as far as posting content and getting stuff live is tag them as much as you can to get additional support and visibility. And then I think just with anything, it's like patience. Give yourself a chance to and a plan to create a bunch of content, continue to post it, because I think it doesn't happen immediately. It's not giving up, not just trying it for a little bit and continuing to build. So this is kind of the second round of an NIL campaign that we've tried. So from the lab to the court is our basketball, both men's and women's program. Pre-football season, I guess, college football season,
Mm.
we kicked off our from the lab to the field campaign, which was focused on college football, where we signed some prominent athletes from big schools and did some incredible content with them. We kind of had a hype reel that put them all together. And so that was our first big campaign. We had great results from that, mostly within, I think where we found great success was when we leaned into the content by school. And so, for instance, Ohio State quarterback Will Howard, he was one of our athletes, and he did a lot of great content. He wore his headphones. He was always seen walking onto the bus and other even media interviews. He'd have them around his neck. So
Mm.
that was a great way for us to lean in. We did some more localized advertising where we'd promote his content to Ohio State fans. And that's where we saw incredible results across all of our different schools. And so when basketball came around, hey, we knew we did this in football and it performed well. And we really wanted to lean into both men's and women's sports. And in fact, with this program, we invested more on the women's side, which I was excited as a former college athlete and just wanting to kind of even the playing field and invest in as much in women's sports as we were in men's. So, we found an incredible athlete, Haley Van Lith, graduated from TCU and is now in the WNBA. But she was kind of like the lead in that overall program that featured both men's and women's athletes, and her reach was more national. It was less focused on her school. So you kind of learn where each athlete's strengths are and lean into them. But yeah, we were really happy to both elevate men's and women's basketball in college and some of those players we worked with. The best kind of combo of JLab tech, webcam, and honestly, all of our webcams have a 1080 camera, but there is our Epic Cam that has a 4K, records in 4K. So the Epic is generally the top of line from JLab. A microphone, so the Epic microphone is probably the best option for recording. You've got different settings depending on how you're recording, and then a headset. So you can generally, because you see the variety of products that we have,
Mhm.
we lean into what's most comfortable for you. But I think the Epic Lux headphones are probably the best, most comfortable headphones. So those are kind of the main product recommendations for someone who needs a podcasting setup. That's super fun to see too when people discover JLab. Popular models is the Go Pop and that's a very affordable in-ear earbud. And they're like, I can't believe how long the battery is. I can't believe I can change the EQ settings. There's so many things. So we call it surprisingly awesome value, and people are usually surprised and delighted, I guess, when they get their products, and they outperform. We have a new product launching in a few weeks. I'll give you some hints. It's very portable, also an audio product, but does not go on your head or your ears. So that's my sneak peek.
Ooh, I have some guesses. I love it. Yeah. So look out for it. In a couple of weeks, JLab will be dropping some hot new tech.
Yes.
Heck yeah.